So I was whining to my wife the other day, said, I need new glasses. And she said, well, get some. I couldn't tighten them anymore. They were scratched. You know the thing, right? But I didn't want to go through the process because you have to make the appointment. You have to spend weeks to get them done. And you got to pay a fortune, right? That's real. But I did. I spent $500 on frames and glasses, and that was cheap. And then I ordered a pair from my sponsor, Zenni Optical, for $70. Zenni is an online eyewear shop. Prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, starting at under $30. You go to Zenni.com, you pick a frame, upload your prescription, and they ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And by the way, if you are saying, do I really need new glasses, or do I have to put up with one pair to do everything I need to do for the next 2 years? No! You can get what you want starting at under $30. And if you've never bought glasses online, don't worry about it. I haven't either. Zenni has a virtual try-on, so you can see exactly how the frame looks before you commit to buying them, with no salesman looking at you saying, those look good, but these expensive ones would look better. No, you don't get that. I'm excited. I can't wait to get my Zenni glasses and tell you more about them. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now's the time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out, so don't sit on it. That's Zenni.com/podcast. Promo code podcast15. You might have heard that live shopping is exploding, and I have to tell you, I have been on Whatnot for a couple of weeks now, and I see why it is. Now, Whatnot is my sponsor, and they are the reason I got on the platform and checked it out. I'm glad they did. They made it easy for me. I'm going to make it easy for you. I love it. Whatnot is where you get great products without paying full price. It's that simple. I'm hooked on their live shows, too. You got to see them. They're so much fun. And I see why Whatnot has climbed to the top of the App Store. And listen, if you're selling online, or maybe you have a storefront, and you're hoping people will find your listing or maybe walk in your store, Whatnot flips that, because on Whatnot, you go live and you sell directly to people in real time. And I may admit, although you didn't hear from me, I may have picked up a couple of power tools or so in the past couple of days. I'm just saying. Whatnot, it's the largest dedicated live shopping platform with beauty, collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies, and anyone can sell. In fact, people who sell on Whatnot sell 10 times as much as any other major marketplace. That's because you're not just listing products, you're building real connections with buyers. So whether you're shopping or you're selling, download the Whatnot app today and get free shipping on your first order. Just search WHATNOT, Whatnot, in the App Store and start scoring amazing deals. What if nothing could stop you? Nothing could stop you. No limitations, no consequences, nothing. You get out of bed, have an idea, go get it done. Nothing can stop you. It's a mindset, because nothing really can stop you if you don't want it to stop you. If that's been a problem with maybe your life from time to time, we'll talk about that today. It is the Daily Boost from motivationtomove.com. Life begins when you move, and then life gets in the way. Things get kind of challenging. That's okay. We deal with it. We stand up, we take a step, we repeat, we go make it happen. And just stay on it every single day until we get what we want. Because, well, why? Well, you do know what you want, right? If not, that's another podcast. But once you do, why would you stop before you got there? And we're not going to let you do that. That's what this show's all about. How are you? My name is Scott Smith, founder, chief motivating officer here at motivationtomove.com. Grateful to have you here today. I had an epiphany a little bit ago. I had stated a long time ago when I was in the back bedroom of my office in Lake Mary, Florida, and I was trying to figure out how to get my message out, what to do. And one day I discovered this thing called a podcast. It was in late 2004, right at the start of 2005. And I'll never forget walking out and saying to my wife at the time, I found it. This is what we're going to do. We're going to do a podcast. And she said, pod what? It's kind of a funny story. I never forget it. But it wasn't long after that I set a goal of doing 5,000 Daily Boost episodes. I set that goal, that outcome. And isn't it amazing when you have no limitations, no consequences in your life? But we're going to talk about today how these goals sometimes happen. And before you know it, you're at the end, nearly reaching your outcome. And what do you do then? We're on episode 4,309 today. That means there's 691 episodes, about 2.6 years before I reach my goal. Now what am I going to do? Let's count down for the fun. We'll see what happens. Okay, let's do this thing. No limitations, no consequences. What if nothing could stop you? Imagine that nothing could stop you. What if everything you did today, you got out of bed this morning, if you're like a lot of people, not maybe believing how you're going to get done, you don't quite know how you're going to do it. That's the way I was. How was I going to do a podcast? I didn't know a podcast. It was just this crazy thing. And did I believe I could do it? Not at all. And my wife is like, well, okay, whatever. It's like everybody telling me what? But I still had this idea. I got up and I said, well, let's see if I could do this thing. And I had to talk my way into believing that I could. And one of the ways I did that was I realized that, okay, sometimes there are no limitations. Sometimes there are limitations. They're good, they're bad. Sometimes there are consequences, but not all consequences are bad. Are you like a lot of people? Do you tend to think consequences are going to be bad? There are consequences for your behavior. Yeah, I just lost a lot of weight. Consequences is my wife is calling me skinny and hot every single day. That's not bad. Sometimes you just got to believe in yourself and help others believe in you while you go for your goal. But what could you do with your life if that were the case? If you had no limitations and had no consequences? Because really, truly, you don't. In most cases, you don't. If you did, what would they be? Probably yours, right? My stinking thinking above the neckline, right? That's it. It's in your head based on past experiences. Now, don't get me wrong. Limitations can be very helpful. Staying within the speed limits keep you from getting speeding tickets. That's good. When I go down the road in my motorcycle, my 2021 Harley Road King, I'm right on that right road, right side of the road, because I live in America. That's what we do here. We do it the right way. And sometimes I'll go into the other lane because I got to pass a car. But I'm not going to stay there very long because you know what? If I stay outside of those limitations, I'm going to get hit by the big truck coming on. So back to the right lane, loudly, with my Vance and Hines Daytonas. Speed limits are good. Limitations are good in some cases. That's a good thing. Are you limiting yourself in a job maybe that doesn't serve you? Have you thought about that recently? And I think you should go to work every single day and you should love what you do. You should at least love the experience of being there. Now, why do I say that? Because it's like 8 or 9 or 10 hours of your day. It's most of your life working. Why in God's name would you go to something you didn't like doing? I'm just saying, if you're there now, change it. You owe it to yourself. Do it, okay? If you're limiting yourself to a job that doesn't serve you, that isn't good, and it's not the way you want to live. And in this day and age, when there's a million job openings out there, right, there's no need for you to do that. See, limitations like that, yuck. Fear of change. A lot of folks have that. It creates limitations. Or is it the fear of bad consequences? What is it? Fear is a crazy thing. I mean, I get scared. I do sometimes. I admit that. I get over it fast because I just don't worry about it. Here's what I do. I click. Trick is the click. The click with me is, if anything ever stops me, I say, well, there's really no limitations to what I can or cannot do. And really the consequences, they're going to be good if I focus in that direction, but not necessarily bad. I just need to pay attention to it. So there's no limitations, no consequences, so get off my butt and go do it. Figure it out, right? Difference between you and somebody who has what you don't have is they got around the fear and the consequences and the limitations. They got over that. They just let that false belief go. And they went and did it. That's the difference. If there's anybody out there that you're looking at saying, I wish I had their life, they did something you didn't do. That's it. Change their mindset, got on it. So today I'm going to tell you that if you really want nothing to stop you, just don't look at limitations as limitations. And you will at first. There's no doubt about that. You're going to look at it and go, oh, God, I can't do it. It's okay. If I can't do it, fine. But what if I could? I'm just going to do it anyway. And if you're going to look at consequences, naturally, I know you're going to look at consequences and you're going to say, oh, there are going to be consequences. But what if you just every now and then train yourself to say, yep, there are going to be consequences, but they're going to be good. I say that to my wife all the time. Hey, we're going to go do this. She goes, what? I said, don't worry, it's going to be good. She's like, okay, trust you. It's like when I book spontaneous Saturdays with her. I really do that. I still to this day, because she's very rigid in her schedule, that Joy just does what she does. You just wind her up and she goes, right? Drives me crazy. I'm a little more spontaneous. I think you get to know me a little bit. You realize I'm actually very ritualistic about what I do, but I like to break out a lot. I do. I just like to, yeah, let's go. Well, she's out that way. So she used to get mad at me because I get up on Saturday morning and say, come on, let's go. And she go, what? I had plans. I said, what were you going to do? Well, I got cleaning to do. But no. So I got to the point where I said, hey, we're going to have a spontaneous Saturday plan for it. I mentioned this a lot over the years. I took away the consequences. I took away the limitations just by doing that. That's all I have to do these days. Sometimes consequences scare people. Limitations come into play because it holds you back. Like say you're going to go on a date. You want to ask somebody on a date, right? Oh, man, that's hard. I hated that. I have not done that much in my life. I've married 2 women. The first one died. I've only dated really 2 women in my entire adult life, and they're both beautiful, wonderful people. The first one left me early. I hated having to ask her for a date the first time. I hated that and thought I had it all taken care of. And, 26, 30 years go by, something like that. I forgot what it is these days. And I had to do it again. Didn't like it at all. I was scared to death. But then I looked. I said, well, wait a second. What's the worst that could happen? And it could be good. Let me go ahead and just see what she does. And she said yes. She's been around 14, 15 years now. A lot I could tell you about that. It's good to go for the good to reach for it, right? So I have some advice, if I may. You're going to get out of bed tomorrow morning and you're going to say, I'm going to roll through my day. I'm going to believe that I'm 10 feet tall and I am bulletproof. You know why? Because you are, even though I know somewhere deep down inside you may not feel that way. Everybody has that place inside of them. But the truth is, if there were no limitations, and there really aren't any other than self-imposed, and there were no consequences other than good, and there really aren't any unless it's self-imposed, you can do anything you want to do. The universe is thinking about that for you. Whatever you want to think of the universe as, a higher being, whatever it is, you just choose what you want to do. I know what I believe. I'm not going to have to push that on you. There's something. But they got your back. It's got your back. She's got your back. They got your back. Whatever it is. You might be proven right if you just believe. Nothing can stop you and go after it. And why am I talking about this today? Because I just spent about 3 hours on the phone talking to clients and amazingly had the same conversation with all 3 of them at some point within the time I was talking to them about this, trying to get them over these limitations and consequences. So think about that today when you go through your day. Just go do it, all right? Hey, meet me up in the Facebook group. It's been busy over there lately. A lot of folks coming in. It's cool stuff. Nice positive vibe over there. We toss out people who are not positive, so don't worry about that. DailyBoostPodcast.com/Facebook is where you'll find me hanging out. I'll see you tomorrow.